What's up, everyone? It's your most loved Paris Kearley here, King of Godzilla, and today we're back with another video suggested by Duke in the comments of Monster Zero versus Monster X, and he commented on Legendary Godzilla versus Biollante from Godzilla vs. Biollante in 1989. So let's begin with the stats. Legendary Godzilla comes in at 393 feet, or 120 meters, and weighs 99,634 tons. His abilities and powers include the atomic breath, physical strength, durability, and speed, and a nuclear pulse. And here are Biollante stats. 60,000 comes in at 393 feet or 120 meters, so the same height as Legendary Godzilla. Weighs 60,000 to 100,000 tons, and her abilities include acid spray, physical strength, durability, and possibly, nah, I'm not going to include speed. She's not too fast, besides that one scene. So I personally think Legendary Godzilla wins. Tinan, who do you think wins?
Legendary.
You think Legendary Godzilla also wins?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Legendary Godzilla beats Biollante. The reason being, we've just seen a lot more better feats than Biollante has. So, where I scale Biollante off of some websites and some calculations are about island level to multi-continental level. And Legendary Godzilla is like high end of multi-continental and possibly moon level. So yeah. Also, Legendary Godzilla, like I've talked about this before, but okay. So let me go off a couple things. Okay, so like the male Muto weighs about like 20,000 to 30,000 tons, and he was able to push the Mamuto and knock over and break a skyscraper, which would be about like 200,000 tons. So he pushed over a building that weighs about like 260,000, 230,000 tons, and that was in 2014. He also took a lot. He also got stabbed a lot by the male and the female Muto with their hooks, and even though he was bleeding a little bit, he was still able to survive. And he also has great stamina, being able to swim around for 2 weeks straight while trying to find the male and the female Muto. And in Godzilla Aftershock, he was able to fight Muto. He was able to go toe to toe with Muto Prime and beat Muto Prime, and was stated by the author of Godzilla Aftershock to be physically stronger than Muto Prime. And Muto Prime can create earthquakes and break fault lines and break apart continents. So her punches could be anywhere from like 19 exatons to like 20 exatons, or like 19 exatons to like I think like 25 exatons. So that would be about like high end of multi-continental, like almost moon level. And Legendary Godzilla scales above her. And keep in mind that was just 2014 Godzilla. So 2014 Godzilla is already like multi-continental. And in 2019, he was able to run at speeds of 350 miles per hour, even with base Monster Zero. Base Monster Zero and base Legendary were equal in Antarctica. Has the intelligence to bring monsters that don't fight well under the water into the water to fight them where he fights the best. Also, his atomic breath was able to push a Monster Zero who weighs 141,056 tons, multiple city blocks away, proving that his atomic breath is incredibly powerful. He was also able to tank many attacks like Monster Zero's gravity beams, the oxygen destroyer, took Amp Ghidorah's lightning, was dropped from the edge of the atmosphere. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all like that. And he also fell down like a cliff in Antarctica. And Legendary Godzilla also has extremely high intelligence. We see this in 2014 where he learned the male Muto's attack pattern, so he was able to flank the male Muto and smack him into the building, breaking it, killing him. And in 2019, he first shot his atomic breath at King Ghidorah's heads, which he missed because they were too agile. So in Boston, we can see him, instead of shooting the heads, he shoots the body, which successfully works. So yeah. And in GVK, we were able to see Godzilla flip over a boat that weighs about 203,000 tons, because it has Kong's weight applied to it. His atomic breath is also able to flip Kong, break the boat in half. His tail is also able to break other boats in half. He was also able to just completely not be affected by missiles from jets, depth striders, and hold up. He also what was I thinking of? Oh yeah, he can also swim up to 40 miles per hour in the water. And in the water, he was able to overpower Kong without even trying until the humans helped Kong out. And then because he was doing it for his own entertainment, because he knew he was much stronger than Kong, and he also was able to drill to the center of the Earth, which is a extremely good feat. And if you want to here, hold up, let me pull out my calcs. Give me a second. Okay. Hold up, everyone. Give me a second. Ah, screw this. Okay. Here it is. There we go. Okay. So if you lowball his breath, Legendary's breath, it's 26.27 gigatons per second, which would be island level. And a mid-ball would be 8.119 teratons, which would be the total output, which would be country level. Consistent high end would be 4.9 petatons per second, which would be multi-continental. And if you really want to highball it, you could highball it to 55.98 exatons, which is moon level. His atomic breath speed, mid-ground, would be Mach 83.01, which would be high to hypersonic speeds. And another atomic breath mid-ground would be Mach 87,403. And when he runs on all fours, it's 513 miles per hour. And he also was able to tank the blast when Kong's axe exploded, which was 288.97 gigatons, which was a nuclear pulse to the mouth. You can also mid-ball it to 744 gigatons, and then you can highball it to 9 teratons. His atomic breath is also Cherenkov radiation, which I think is like faster than light, like the speed of light. So yeah, so he's able to do all of that, and he also was able to take a beating from Mechagodzilla when he was below like 50% power. But he was still able to go on to beat Mechagodzilla with the help of Kong. Also, in the beam clash against Mechagodzilla, his beam was actually stopping Mechagodzilla until he put more effort into it, proving that Godzilla's weak atomic breath probably not, but possibly could be stronger than the proton scream. So yeah, that's pretty impressive, right there. And then now we move on to Biollante. Now, you could argue Biollante could win. The reasons being she fought Heisei Godzilla in 1989, which wasn't as powerful as after Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. But her vines were able to trip Godzilla, who weighed, I think, it was 60,000 tons. And she was able to completely flip him over. And she also, in her rose form, was also able to restrain Godzilla for a couple moments. And in her final form, her vines were able to stab through Godzilla's hand and shoulder. And Godzilla was completely immune to I forgot what they were called, but it was in the Heisei era, those things that drilled into his body and then gave him a dose of like sleeping medication or something, or like something that would kill him. Kind of like a parasite. His skin was completely durable to that. He was able to tank all of that. She was able to tank multiple hits from Godzilla and survive until she was shot through the mouth with the atomic breath, proving that she has durability of like a multi-continental. Because 1984 through 1989 Godzilla, Heisei Godzilla should scale to about large country to multi-continental. So she should scale the same way. Her acid spray could also help her in this fight because she's able to blind Godzilla for a couple minutes or like a couple seconds. But if she did, but here's the thing: if she even did blind Legendary, it wouldn't do much. The reason being, in Godzilla Dominion, we can see when Titan's Tiamat blinds Godzilla, he has the ability of heat vision or thermal vision. So even if he got blinded, it wouldn't do much. But it would probably start like burning his skin, like Legendary skin. So it would probably start to irritate and hurt him a lot. So that's another possible way she could possibly win. Also, in the comic Godzilla REO, she was able to restrain a massive cryog ship and then easily crushed it. And in the same comic, she was also able to lift Godzilla high up in the air and slam him into the ground and then throwing him. And then she smacks Godzilla so hard in the same comic that he lands head first into the side of a dormant volcano. And in another comic, Godzilla C, I haven't read them, but it says that she rips Kamacuras into pieces. And in the same comic, easily restrains 3 more Kamacuras. And in that same comic again, she can destroy it long enough for Godzilla to kill him with a spiral beam. And then in Godzilla U on the Wii, or that's what it says, she's able to lift and throw other monsters with her mouth. So she can probably pick up Legendary and possibly throw him around. Because if she can restrain Destroya, who is like what, like, hold up, let me search it up. Destroyer weighs about 80,000 tons, so in theory, she should be able to pick up Legendary Godzilla and throw him around. But I think it's just the thing that Legendary, because of his, since Biollante was only seen in 1 movie, and Legendary it has been seen in 3 movies, we have more feats to go off of Legendary, and we've actually seen him, fight stronger monsters than Biollante has, because Monster Zero should scale above Biollante, so should Muso Prime and Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla is able to scale to all of them and higher than them. So, and his breath, it should be more than enough if he can aim through the mouth, and it should be able to kill her and end her right there and then. So that's pretty much how Legendary would win. So my final conclusion, Legendary should, in my opinion, Legendary would win this battle over Biollante with mid difficulty to high difficulty, but probably just mid difficulty. Also, before we end this, I just want to say because of Legendary Godzilla's intelligence, he would probably rip apart Biollante's vines and then throw him, and then probably pick up Biollante, because she's about like a bit below or possibly like a bit higher than Legendary's weight, since it's 80,000 to 100,000 tons. Or was it like 60,000 or whatever, like 60 to 100,000 or 80 to 100,000. He should be able to pick Biollante up and then use his intelligence to dodge her attacks because of his reaction speeds, because in King of the Monsters, when Ghidorah charged up or got his amp, he was able to block a lightning bolt, which moves at the speed of lightning. So his reaction speed should be faster than Biollante's, making him able to avoid her attacks. Also, because of his intelligence, he would probably like aim for like her like big like what's it called? It's like in the center of her like that like the like whole thing. The thing that like I think has like her radiation or something. So he would probably aim there, and if that wasn't successful, he would probably aim for the mouth, which like we saw would kill her. So yeah, Legendary should be able to win this fight. Pretty with about mid difficulty, like I said earlier. So yeah, overall, I think Legendary Godzilla could win, but I also think Biollante could win, being able to pierce Legendary Godzilla with her vines. But then again, Legendary could just start regenerating it. But yeah, so I think overall, Legendary Godzilla should win with like an 8 out of 10, and Biollante with like a 2 out of 10. So yeah, overall, I think Legendary to win, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this kaiju debate. And I'll see all you nerds later in the next video. See ya.